So, with Steve Seymour from Holford Engineering in Amesbury, but just for clarification, it's St Neots in Cambridge?
It is, yes, St Neots in Cambridge, yes.
And machines you got here?
We've got a range of vertical milling machines, a 5-axis Mazak on the right here, which is a 3-metre machine. We have two 2.5-metre 3 and 4-axis machines. We have a small 5-axis Micron in the corner there. Here we have a 2-metre Doosan machine, which is a 3-axis machine, and again another 5-axis 3-metre Mazak machine.
And walking through here, a lot of different components. What sort of materials are you covering?
We have a range of materials. Over there we have a cast iron casting, that's for the tobacco industry. Over here we have some plate work. Now the plate work is for the pre-press equipment.
This component here is really impressive. What's this?
That is a large aluminium casting there for the diesel engine. It's part of the diesel engine equipment. There's a great deal of machining carried out on that component, accurate machining. In fact, we actually line bore all the way through horizontally on one of the Mazak machines. There's some very accurate bores internally, which we bore line bore on the Mazak machine.
Okay, so really tricky component, but the boring as well, which is absolutely really impressive.
It is. It's a difficult component to produce, but we've done it on numerous occasions, and we've cracked it as far as the line boring.
Now, the Micron 5-axis, relatively small components, but the Mazak, the Doosan, Cincinnati, what sort of size beds have they got?
The two Mazaks are 3-metre beds. They're both 5-axis. The two Cincinnatis are 2.5 metres, one 3-axis, one 4-axis. We've got a 2-metre Doosan in the corner there. The Micron is a 5-axis, 600mm working area.
Steve, you've already covered off very briefly some of the industries that you work with. What other industries do you cover?
Well, as well as the cigarette making equipment, the diesel engine equipment, we have paper handling equipment. But let's go over there and have a look at some paper handling equipment on the large machine in the corner.
Okay, let's go. So Steve, in terms of the industries that you work for?
Well, besides the ones we've mentioned over there, this area we are machining some large components for the paper handling equipment. These are two large castings that are loaded on this cube in this horizontal machine. It's a large Toyota horizontal 2-metre cube. We have the ability to machine two operations in one setting on this side, and on the left-hand side we then load the two operations, which is the external components.
That is some impressive components, and the industries you there mentioned, paper handling. What other industries do you cover?
Well, we have some rail industry components here.
Now, in terms of rail, do you need accreditation for that type of work?
We do. Besides the 9001, we also have the Achilles and the RISC accreditation, which allows us to produce components for the rail industry in general.
Excellent. Now, another component you've got here?
This is an aluminium casting. This is for an MOD. It's an MOD component. This sits underneath your rescue boats. It's part of the jet propulsion system. And the relationship with the casting supplier, who's our direct customer, is coming along nicely.
Okay, and what machine's that done on?
That's done on the Mazak, a 5-axis machine. Accurate face is needed from one side to the other, so we machine in one setting, so we have the ability with a horizontal head to machine one side, then come over and machine the other side. So you've got the accurate relationship between the two.
Impressive stuff. Now, some very large components going on here. Is that all you cover?
No, we have the 5-axis Micron in the corner there. That's a 600mm working area. We're developing a relationship with a motorsport team at the moment. That's Parker Motorsports.
Now, as I understand it, they were a very successful go-karting team last year.
Very successful go-karting team. They won the British Championship last year, as well as other championships, and we're hoping to develop the relationship with them.
Okay, so that Micron 5-axis, very high-speed machine. So you're doing the sort of smaller, more bespoke parts?
Yeah, a lot of development work we're hoping to get on board with Parker Motorsport. A lot of development work as far as the engines and such are concerned. So yeah, it's an area that we're hoping to break into.
Okay, really impressive stuff, and you've got some fantastic mills here.
Well, we've got mills, but we've also got some large lathes in the corner there, if you want to go and have a look.
Seems opportune to go and have a look then. So Steve, we're in the turning centre here, and to be honest, these machines make me feel quite insignificant.
Well, here we have two large CNC lathes. The one behind us is a 1.2 metre chuck CNC lathe. The one on the right is a 1.5 metre between centres, 550mm diameter chuck. This large one behind us here, we have the ability to machine components such as this size here.
It's a fair size component. What sort of weight will it take up to?
Well, it take up to sort of 3/4 of a tonne in the jaws. This one's typically a day and a half's machining. Once that's machined, it ends up looking like the component on the right hand side here. This industry is a subsea industry we're machining for at the moment.
Steve, I think really, just to summarise it, you've got a fantastic machine shop. You'll cover huge castings through to the small, precise stuff, bespoke work as well, and these machines turning and milling. What a great operation. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.